Hi, everybody. It's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? Welcome to our show. Tonight is Tuesday, February 6th. We have such a beautiful show for you. Leo, hit that promo.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Days free and my nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. I'm famous, I'm as famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am.
So, welcome to our show. We're so happy you're here. This is amazing. It's February. We're deep in February, and we have so many amazing things happening. I personally love all the seasons. I really do. So, February. I'm in New York. Leo's in California. Our friends are from all over the country, and it's a little chilly, but we are feeling great and warm, and so many wonderful things are happening. So let's check in with our guest. Danielle of Danielle Alexandria Alchemy has joined us. She says, "Happy Tuesday and happy February, Maria and Leo. Same to you, my friend." Lisa Aponte, woohoo! So excited. So Lisa, I'm thinking that you are related to the beautiful Elaine Aponte, Feliciano. Lori Towers, kisses to my Tuesday family. Right back at you, girl. Adrian Christian, speaking of February, oh my God. Do you see that gorgeous, gorgeous man holding a rose and some delicious chocolates, turtles from a very famous chocolate shop in Hollywood, California? Happened to be Katharine Hepburn's favorite. He's so thoughtful. He actually sent me a box. That is our friend Adrian Christian, who is an amazing singer and just had an album song release and working on all kinds of album releases and amazing things. He's a beautiful guy. We love him so much. And he is Mr. February in our What's the Story with Maria calendar. By the way, I have calendars if you want them. They're only $10, and this hunk is Mr. February. So originally from New York, now he lives in LA. So look at all these hotties on the back. So $10, I'll send it right out to you. And no matter how many you order that I mail out, it's only going to be one shipping and handling. Okay. And if you are in the New York area, I work at Stonewall on Mondays upstairs. I always have these with me. Wednesdays at the Duplex, and Friday and Saturday at Brandy's. So just come on in and buy one and hang out with me. Anyway, so that's what's happening. That's what's up, as the kids say. So so Danielle, I want to talk about Danielle for a second. Danielle of Danielle Alexandria Alchemy is our friend. She is amazing. She is a spiritual healer. She is a psychic. She speaks to the other side, and I'm not making it up. She speaks to the other side. And many, many, many of us that watch the show and are part of the show have worked with Danielle, and you can go to her new website, Danielle Alexandria. There it is. Thank you, Leo. DanielleAlexandriaAlchemy.com. If you, the quantum session is what I got. And you can now book it in different times. Like you can book an hour and a half, whatever. But it's so amazing and reasonable. And I also bought, look how cute she is. She's our friend. We love her. She's a nice Italian girl. So, anyway, if you are someone that wants to heal, wants to grow, wants to expand your spiritual horizons, Danielle is your girl. She's our friend and we love her. So please go and check her website out. She has many, many different things, and it's just gonna expand your world. I mean, I can't say enough about it. I've always said I don't promote anything on the show that I don't love. I don't. Nobody pays me to do anything. I do what I want. Okay, so Lisa says, I am. She's my big sis, tuning in from California. Well, welcome, honey bunny. Welcome, Miss Aponte. Nice to have you. Andy Prasky says, Sean and I say hello. We love you both. Happy first Tuesday in February. Yes, that means you are Mr. February all month, Adrian. So he is Mr. February in this amazing calendar. Now, this is the third year we've had this calendar. So we have many famous people that have been in our calendar. One of these days, I'm going to just, I don't know, down the line, I'm going to have to do best of and just look at this. Look at this guy. This is one of our guests tonight, Peter Feliciano, which, by the way, this picture always makes me laugh. And there's always a story behind it. Anyway, he was Mr. November 2022, at one of my favorite of all time. And look at that, an amazing kitchen. And his beautiful wife, Elaine, was Miss January 2023. And I told Elaine this before the show started. My sister, who was a hairdresser, of course, bought the calendar last year. And she and her hair mates refused to take down the picture of Elaine. They're like, that is the most beautiful woman we've ever seen. And so it's a beauty shop. So they're like, that's it. Elaine is now in the back room, beautifully adorned of European flair in West Concord, Massachusetts. So anyway, okay. So Danielle says, love you guys. We love you too. We just saw Lori Towers. Okay. So here's what I want to do. I want to pull in my sidekick, Leo Rodriguez. Leo, will you join me, please? He's back there somewhere. Anyway, what I do want to do is I know, oh, there he is. Hi, Leo.
So I was going over previous calendars for a minute.
And you lost track of time.
Yeah.
I know how you are. Well, first of all, may I just say that Leo, I know he jokes, but he puts together all these calendars tirelessly, combing through.
It's a work of labor.
Scantily clad folks.
So much labor.
2023, the year before, and 2022 is somewhere. I got it somewhere else. But anyway, okay, so Leo and I, last week, the night of our show, it's sad news. Someone that we both love and admire so much, Chita Rivera, passed away. She passed over to the most beautiful, whatever her heaven is, she is there, and I'm sure she's dancing. That would be heaven for us to continue.
I think everyone's dancing up there now. As soon as she got to that gate.
That's it, right? So anyway, I was telling Leo, I am now listening. I bought it a long time ago, but I had it on hold to listen to Chita Rivera's memoir. It's called Chita, a memoir, and she wrote it. It just came out in 2023, but she started working on it in 2020. And I cannot say enough about it. She wrote it herself and she reads it. If you listen to audiobook, I mean, of course you can just get the book. People love to read, but I love audiobooks because I drive a lot. And so, I'm working around the house, so I play the audiobook. And she is just amazing, and I'm listening to it now. So I just want to, if you don't know who Chita Rivera is, if you were maybe a young person or what were we going to say, Leo?
I can show them who she was.
Why don't you do that, Leo? Leo has all these things.
Allegedly, you could see her reflect. Oh, no, that wouldn't be me.
Okay. Go ahead, Leo. In case you don't know who Chita Rivera is.
Yes.
Dolores was her real name, by the way.
Dolores. This is from a movie that I grew up with. This is called Sweet Charity. We're only going to show a little bit of it, but she's in yellow.
And one of those glass skyscrapers, 9 to 5, my own typewriter.
That's right.
And water coolers, and office parties. Ooh, and coffee breaks. Wow. When I sit at my desk on the 41st floor in my copy of Dior, I receive big tycoons and I'll point to a chair. I'll say, honey, while you're waiting, how would you like to put it down over there?
Love her.
Chita Rivera, that was her in Sweet Charity, the movie. So if you want to catch that. Now,
she was also on the broad. She was also on the stage in the stage version.
Okay, thank you, Leo. Now, I read a bunch of stuff up on her. I mean, I love her anyway. I'm a big fan. But here, just to hit some highlights. If you don't know who she is, or if you did know who she was, and you loved her as much as we do, so she was born Dolores. That was her real name. And she says that, I mean, Chita was a nickname that she got along the way, but she said that one of the biggest myths about me is that I'm a really nice person. But she goes, but when I lose it, I'm Dolores. So I love that. She said that's her like other side. But anyway, So Chita Rivera, she was a dancer, a singer, an actress. She was 91 when she passed away last week. She originated the role of Anita in West Side Story in 1957. Think about that. Think about how culture wars were in 1957 if you were a Latina. Think about the reality of that. And I was listening to it today, the only Latina in that cast, by the way. Everyone else was playing a Latin man or Latin woman, but she was the original, and she had amazing things to say about everyone she worked with. So she also was in Chicago. She originated the role of Velma. Kiss of the Spider Woman, which I saw her on Broadway. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, she's in her 70s when she did that, right?
It was 93, I believe. So 93, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So whatever she was in 93, she was born in. Anyway, let's keep going. So Kiss of the Spider Woman, she had 10 Tony nominations. And in 1957, she started as Anita. So she was still dancing in 2015 in The Visit. The Visit was the last thing on Broadway, I believe, that she did. And then she got a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Tonys. And she said, if I wasn't, I wouldn't know what to do if I wasn't moving or telling a story. I love that. I totally identify with that. I'm not a dancer, but I have an ants in my pants. So she got a Lifetime Achievement in 2018. And she was nominated, I believe, for Kiss of the Spider Woman. Oh, she won for Kiss of the Spider Woman, and she won for The Rink in 1984. So Kiss of the Spider Woman was 1993. Okay, but she said that one of the most memorable things in her life was that she got the Medal of Freedom Award from President Obama in 2009. And she said that was just something that took her breath away. And I think I watched it on television because I used to love that stuff. And it was just amazing. In 2013, she was the marshal in the Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York City. So that was just 10 years ago. She was 81. Think about that. That's a big deal. So she worked with Jerome Robbins, Leonard Bernstein, Kander and Ebb, Bob Fosse, Harold Prince, and that's just like scratch the surface. And I will tell you this, and I'm not just making this up. I worked at Joe Allen and Bar Centrale, which is their two famous restaurants in New York City on 46th Street that were owned by Joe Allen. He has sadly passed away as well, but they're famous. All the famous people go there after the shows or before the shows. And people always ask me, because I've waited on many, many, many famous people when I worked there. And over the years at other clubs I worked at. Someone said to me once, who was the nicest person you ever waited on? I don't even have to think about it. It was Chita Rivera. And I've said that so people know she was the sweetest, most down-to-earth. The way she looked at you, like, remember, I was just a waitress or a bartender. But when she looked at you, there was such kindness in her eyes and such a sweetness to her that was the exact opposite of condescending. So it was just beautiful. You felt warm all over. You were like, oh, what a night. And her daughter was usually with her. And her daughter was absolutely lovely as well, is absolutely lovely as well. So I just wanted to say that people always, like, what's that person like to what's that person like? I never worked with her, but I waited on her many, many times. She was just beautiful. So rock on, dance on, Chita Rivera. May you spin and spin in beautiful circles of love in the clouds above. And thank you for everything.
Thank you for being an inspiration to one little Latin kid.
I know. And Leo, what was the name of your show? You did a one-man show.
I wrote a show. Being an adopted kid, you have fantasy lives, and I'm very theatrical, not like my parents, though they do or can be dramatic, like all parents can. But when I was a kid, that was one of the first movies that I saw, and so as part of my biographical story, I could have been Chita Moreno. I talk about the inspiration from that, and
So you
I
talk
got
about
into
Rita
theater.
Moreno and Chita
And
Rivera.
Cheetah Moreno, yeah, put them
Yeah,
together. And so yeah, it was really nice to have people. We texted the day when we both found out that
yeah.
she had passed away, and unrightfully so. You mourned a little bit more than you probably should, but
Yeah, and you know what? Just a lovely person. Look how much she did in her life. And you know what? As I'm listening to her story, because as I said, I love to listen because usually the author reads the book. She was so proud of her Puerto Rican heritage, and her pride is so fluid and so warm and um, like Leonard Bernstein and Jerome Robbins, and she was very much an unknown when they cast her in that, but they really loved her and they really leaned to her for what she felt about the story, the book, and the authenticity of it. And as a Puerto Rican woman, they wanted to know how she felt and about what the part she was playing.
what was
And
her? Oh, sorry, go on.
no, go ahead, honey.
What was her last show that you said? What age she did her
The,
last performance?
the Visit, which was in 2013, so that's 10 years.
2013.
She was 81. No, hold on. The Visit was maybe 2005. She played, I believe. I have it somewhere. Okay, but
So she
anyway,
did that in her 80s, right? She's pretty much in her 80s.
almost, yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
she went on to continue and also write a book at 89, 80,
yeah, because
89.
she said, I mean, people are always saying you should write a book, you should write a book. And she said, what am I going to, write a book? What am I going to say? But then when
Oh.
2020 came and the pandemic hit, she said she had time on her hands. She was
We all did.
yeah. And she said, you know what? Okay, I'll write a book.
So and then
So
she was probably I'm just saying that she did that in her 80s and she wrote a book at 88. She just died at 91. I don't
91.
want to hear any shit about Joe Biden.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. But
Because
anyway,
Miss Cheetah Moreno, she went up to Cheetah Moreno, Cheetah Rivera. She went up and set the example for what people of
listen,
older
you
age
know
can do.
you know what I feel like? Everybody, it's like Miles. This is how I look at life. It's like a car. I always look at it like this. When you buy a car, the first thing you say is, what year is it? The second
Mhm.
question is, how many miles? Some people wear their miles better than others. And
Mhm.
I feel like some people run fast and furious in their lives. That's their life. And then other people, take care of themselves and take care of their bodies and take care of their minds. And we, so she was one of those people. And so we honor Chita Rivera tonight and her heritage. And speaking of beautiful Puerto Ricans and speaking of the beauty of the island and how it is continued to be represented, we are, we invited them on a long time ago, but they blew up. They blew up. And they happen to be husband and wife. They're both amazing, creative, and beautiful people. And there's big news happening. So we would like to bring on Peter and Elaine Feliciano of Peter Feliciano Fine Jewelry. Are
The
they
pictures are the real people.
whatever you like, Leo?
Hi.
Yay!
Hi.
There they are. Hi, you guys.
Go.
How you
Made me
doing?
emotional with all that. I mean, thank you so much.
Well, it's the truth. It's the truth.
I
Now-
can't think of. I know we delayed this for a while, and as you're talking about Cheetah, a few times we looked at each other
Yeah.
like very teary eyed. Obviously, because how much she meant to us, but to then be bundled into this is
Yeah.
bananas. You know what I mean? Like in what conversation or what world will be like, hey, while we talking about Cheetah, why don't we talk about you guys? Like, what?
world?
Well, because you know what? It's a thread. It's a
But it
thread
does,
of
yeah.
it's a thread of beauty. It's a thread of commitment. It's a thread of love
Yes.
for what you like. Look, as an Italian, I have such love for where my parents come from and my heritage. So I respect so much people that love what they come from and that they and then they show it to the rest of us. So when I look on your Facebook pages or I talk to you, you're always celebrating like your heritage, and you're both super creative people. So now you have this amazing company. Tell everybody what you do and what it, and just tell everybody about it.
Okay, so right now it's Peter Feliciano Fine Jewelry. It's our main focus right now is bringing Latin luxury pieces to the masses.
Yay.
So when this started we had literally started with a little necklace that he found that we bought on the beach. It was like a shell. And Peter being in the industry for 30 years in the jewelry industry, like he knows jewelry. And he looked at this cookie and he was like, damn, I want to make this for myself in gold. Just made it for himself, put it on his neck. And I swear, I think he probably wore it for like 8 years, 9 years. And he really had it on his neck forever. And everyone was just like, can you make that for us? Can you make it for us? And we just, honestly, we're just scared, you're just scared of jumping in and going, what if it fails? Like, you really did. We really were our biggest holdbacks and all that. And then we just said, screw it, let's just do it. And the idea really was, we could find stuff, growing up, we could find, a flag or, in certain neighborhoods, you can find it. But there's no Latinos or specifically Puerto Ricans that are holding any space in the Latin luxury industry. Zero.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
Can't find it. Even if you Google it, like, you'll find 1 or 2 pieces around here, but no one's making it at the level that we chose to go. We can easily make it, we have a variety of stuff. We do sterling silver, but we only deal with precious metals and precious stones, because this is what he does best. This is what Peter knows. And I chimed in. I was in retail for almost 20 something years, so I know how to sell the shit out of something.
Yeah, I know you. I bet. I know.
Sell things that I love, and there's nothing more passionate that we're about than our culture and our island. And we've worn it a few times, like the island that I'm wearing now. We'll walk down the streets, and Maria, if you see something, if you see the Italian horn, you're like, holy shit, that's the Italian horn. Of course. And it's spotted from across the room.
Yeah, but you know what it is, Elaine? You just said it, because I got excited when you said that. It's not just that I can spot it, because it's nostalgia. Yep. It reminds me of my mother, my uncles, my grandmother, my growing up, my fighting for my heritage, and that's what it is. It evokes all this emotion.
And that's really what it does. So people see the island and they just double take, like, is that Puerto Rico? And then there's this excitement, this conversation that starts around it. And, our customers, they can't even tell you how we have I'm not surprised, because it's our people, honestly, but every single customer we've had has just been so amazing and so supportive. And it's every story. It's like, I bought it because I was going to go visit my mom. I bought, it reminds me of my grandma. I bought it for my boyfriend. We went to visit. Every single person, it brings back what you just said, that connection. And most of them are here. We're the diaspora. We weren't born there, but, our parents ingrained this in us. Like, this is who we are. There's no denying who we are.
Absolutely.
And that makes me even happier, because there's something that we're still trying to stay connected to.
Yes.
And we're doing it in a luxurious way. So you're even prouder.
Yes.
It's like a status symbol, like the one I have is diamonds.
Absolutely.
Like, holy shit, is that Puerto Rico in diamonds? And so we're excited. And
so now, beautiful. And I agree with everything you said. Now, how does a person find, can they see the pieces in person? Is there a store, or does it have to be online, or how do they find these pieces?
Oh, we're at the moment, which, where we have a brick and mortar store, cross our fingers, of course, but right now it's all online.
Yeah.
We have
which is good.
Online. Yeah. It's something that, it's something that we are experimenting with, we being in the jewelry industry business for 30 years, you see it all. You see the big houses, the Tiffany's, the Van Cleefs, the Harry Winston. You see that, but you don't hear, a Perez, or a Rivera, or Feliciano, and company on Fifth Avenue. So that always, because I love the jewelry houses. I love them. They're just they're historic, and to be at that level, I'm like, I need to create something at that level. If I want to be seen like as part of these people, I can't just make a simple piece of jewelry. I gotta make
Right.
a statement.
Mm.
Something that's a tad different, something that's totally original, and something that's not so original, but something that you're not going to see nowhere else. A lot of my
Okay.
pieces you won't see anywhere else.
So, my friends, my Feliciano friends, is this the Etsy shop right now? Is that the
Yeah, so
best?
that's the shop. Yeah, right now we're doing it on Etsy.com.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
good just for because we have radio listeners too. This will go into podcast. So it's P, the letter P, Feliciano, Feliciano, jewelry, Jewelry. So in case you want to spell it, you go Etsy.com and then /shop/ the P Feliciano jewelry. So yeah, because people will listen and they can't see what we're seeing right now. So I want them to be able to go there. Okay, so what are we talking price range?
So it starts again. We did start with obviously for something for everybody. So we have sterling silver ones that start like we have mini ones that we heard our customers in the beginning. I did a couple pop-up shops and it was, hey, this is a little expensive for certain people. So it starts at like maybe $75.
That's very reasonable.
Like a sterling silver.
That's beautiful. I love sterling silver myself. So yeah.
And that was they're probably the most popular one, like the cookies specifically. Again, just because that's what people recognize right away. But we have pieces right now that are going up to 2,500 and higher.
Yeah, but that's also listen. You're not
pieces.
You're not talking about breaking the bank. And listen, I mean this because I'm not a person that buys like a lot of jewelry. Like I like certain pieces, right? But I have purchased for other people, and I also know high end because I know a lot of people that love high end stuff. That's not like asking a lot for high end stuff. You want to buy something nice for your partner, your wife, your husband, whatever. You want to buy something nice that's memorable. I think that's a beautiful gift.
I agree with you totally. It's original, it's nice, but I always say like I create a piece for someone that wants it.
Yes.
Sometimes these pieces are not for everybody. It's not for everybody. But some of these pieces are they reasonable? Yes. Some of them are they high end? They're high end. And trust me, it's only going to get higher. I'm sorry, but because I want to create. I mean, both type of jewelry, but I really want to create like high end pieces of jewelry. Like
I love that.
I'm just starting.
Yeah, but you know what,
But
Pete?
I really want to do the high end pieces.
And I love that, and that's a wonderful like goal. Like you're seeing the goal, right?
Yeah.
But on your way to the goal, you're creating these pieces for everybody, right?
Right. Correct.
So, and here's a tip, kids. If you're smart, you would buy a Feliciano piece now and say, guess what? I have, and this is the truth. Like you talked about the Van Cleefs and the Harry Winston. Imagine if you had an original one of those. And what they would be worth now.
Have an original, like a Tiffany ring or
what? So do yourself
I have a friend that will buy it in a heartbeat.
That's what I'm saying. Do yourself an investment favor and buy a Feliciano piece now. And put it away.
I can tell you, we've had a couple of people buy a couple, like one for her and one for her grandma, or one for her daughter. Actually, it was a gentleman that bought it for his daughter. And the first thing he said is just, I'm buying one just so one for her and one for later because I know it's going to be an heirloom. Like my heart just exploded.
Oh my God!
Because she was like 12 years old, and in his head, he just knew that she was just going to fall. Like she was going to, find herself very soon and know that she's Puerto Rican and she's going to be proud later. Like he was like, let me save this for later. It really, and again, every time I see someone wearing it or we put it in the box and we send it out, like I look at him, I go, somebody out there is going to be wearing this and going to be so proud.
That makes me the most, just to know that someone's wearing something we created.
Absolutely. Now
that's it.
I love that. Now we're going to go back to the pieces in a second. I just want to see everybody who's checked in. I don't want to miss anything. We have Lisa Aponte, your sister checked in. Adrian Christian, Danielle. Oh yeah, Rosie's here too. That's right. Rosie's here. Lori Towers. Okay, Lori Towers is checked in. Rick Sudi Caritas, he's in LA. And let me see who else. Andy Prasky's checked in. Bill Lieberman. Bill,
hey, Billy.
Okay. So we love Bill. He was talking about Cheetah Rivera too. All that jazz, a PSA special.
Oh, he's. You should have him.
I'd love to have him.
Billy has seen
every show.
Billy, let's get Billy on the show.
5,000 times.
Let's get Billy on the show.
I think he's seen every show of Chorus Line ever, every single one.
Oh my God!
He seems like a gazillion. He'll tell you, Billy, chime in. Billy, tell him how many times you've seen Chorus Line.
I love it. Seamus McGuire. Seamus, our friend, has got gorgeous artwork made into beautiful jewelry. We love Seamus. Let me see. You want to make sure I got everybody.
Chick Magnet's in.
Amanda, our Chick Magnet is in. Okay, so let me see. I don't want to.
And the Weather Girl's here too.
Oh my God!
And your daughter, Brooklyn Rose. By the way, oh yeah, and my cousin Rena Cugnelli Berge, who we love, who comes on every week. Rena, nice to see you. So now let's talk about Brooklyn Rose, who is your daughter.
Oh, yes.
She models a lot of your jewelry, right?
She is she's my main model, probably my only model besides my wife.
Oh, beautiful. Why not?
We just played around with this photo shoot. This was me and my iPhone. I also, I like taking pictures, like that pictures. But we were just in Puerto Rico, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just have a photo shoot. My niece was there, and I was like, took the fine, and it was just so very natural, And when you have a relationship like a father and daughter, uncle and a niece, when you have that relationship, it's very easy to say, hey, just be cute, be yourself. The energy, the connection is already there. So that was just,
I want to chime in. Sam and I were talking one time when the photos first came out. And there's actually one you see up on the screen there, and she has a coquille on her arm. And I'm like, I wonder how many people look at it and go, oh, that's probably fake. Or I'm like, and I want to go back to what I want to talk about with Cheetah and Rita about looking at something and seeing yourself, right?
Yes.
So when we did Times Square recently, we did the big billboard, and for me in my heart, I could just see up there and go, I can't think of a moment in my time when I was 20 something, looking up at a billboard and seeing this kid who looks like me.
Yeah.
Who's not that she's Puerto Rican, but she had the glasses and the swag and the jewelry, like the way that he designed that photo shoot, and we did it. I know that there's a kid in Brooklyn, there's a girl in the Bronx who was like us that looked at her and said, "Holy crap! Like that's me. Like I look like that." Yep. I grew up here. I grew up in this borough, and I grew up in the projects. So I grew up in Bushwick. Like that looks like me. And
absolutely,
we stuck with it. We're like, that just has to be the photo. Those are the photos that we're using.
Now, two things. So a coquille is a frog, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
And that is like a symbol, just like the horn with the Italians, the little pepper is like Italians know that's us, right?
Yes.
So
it's actually indigenous symbol of Puerto Rorico on the Taino Indians, which they were the original people in Puerto Rico, and they're actually Taino Indians was very in the Caribbean.
They were pretty much over.
They're pretty much in the Caribbean. I want to say Cuba, Dominican Republic, a lot of Caribbean, and I know for a fact Taino Indians were in Cuba.
Yeah.
And it's just a symbol that they I have a couple other ones I do. There's also a son I have. I think I took it down because I'm reproducing it. But there's symbols from the native people of the island.
Wow.
And we just, we just decided to make like really, really nice pieces, like the one I'm wearing here. It's lapis.
Oh, I love lapis.
And gold, right?
Wow.
So yeah, it's just like
it's for some. I don't know why. It's just something we've always seen.
Right.
Like growing up, we just saw it and we knew, because again, that frog is really can only live in Puerto Rico.
Right, he only lives in Puerto Rico.
And
I
he sings,
love
and he's teeny tiny, and there's always these stories, and these kid stories. Like if you take it away, it stops singing, and it's sad.
Oh, I love
So that
that.
coqui is very special to Puerto Rico, and
Right.
it sings, and
Wow.
it really puts us to sleep at night. And
Right.
the minute you hear it, you're like,
Oh, the minute you hear it, the minute you go to Puerto Rico, that's one of the things. That's one of the things you look forward to. You're like you're waiting for the sun to fall, and then you just listen. And
Wow.
yeah, it's
yeah. So we went with that symbol because it means so much to so
Right.
many of us.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that story. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So there's a few stories like
they have a
children's books.
lot of good. There was one where the cookies singing to.
Yeah, there's a
there's a
them.
lot
They're
of
very funny.
That's a whole other thing.
So now let's talk about your billboard in Times Square. So
It was a family affair. It was literally a family affair.
Okay, so tell us about that. This is so amazing.
Yeah,
so amazing.
So my son, was actually doing research. He said, "You know what? What we get a billboard in Times Square?" I'm like, it's a little bit expensive. He said, "Yeah, but we could just do it one time. We could do it one time, and then we could record it, and we always have it as whenever we could use it. At Almeida, we always will have. Hey, this is us at Times Square. Nobody got to know when it's Times Square. We'll do it for 24 hours and and pop it up, So Cameron worked on the video production. The photo shoot was in
the whole thing.
This one was when we were in Puerto Rico in the pool. So he was like, okay. I'm like, how do you want to do it? Now, me and my son are very my son's very. I want to do it my way, and I'm like, no, I want to do it my way. And
it was painful.
It was like a back and forth. No, I said, do you not understand? I said, I want this. So we came and then we compromised.
I love that.
Now, listen, I had him. I wanted him to make me for me to sign a contract. I was like, Cameron, this could be something you could do on the side. I'm paying you, and which I did pay him. I paid him.
That's a tax deduction right there.
Yeah, exactly. I could give him up to $12,000 a year, and he doesn't have to pay taxes. I'm doing my study on small businesses.
I love it.
Yeah. So and then Sammy, of course, Sammy is the model. She's the face.
That's your daughter.
Yeah, and actually, she came to me one time and said, she go, well, am I getting paid for this?
Good for her.
Yeah. I said, yeah, you got to take Puerto Rico, okay?
I love these kids. They're business minded.
Yeah,
why not?
and then me and my wife. So
it was fun.
It was a gamble. It was something. Say, hey, let's. This is we're passionate. We really are passionate about this. And if you're not, I wake up and I said, this is the first thing I think about. I go to sleep, it's the last thing I think about. They always say if this is something you want to do, this is something you love, you do it. And I don't care if one person buys it or two people buy it. If one person buys it and loves it, I'm happy.
Leah, what did you want to say?
Are birthday twins included in the business plan?
Oh, yeah. Wait, we have a couple other things. Are we running out of time? We're not running out of time.
No. But I do want to stop for a second and just say that Daisy Aponte has joined.
My mom.
Yeah, that's so cute. She says, so proud of you guys. And then Michael Rodriguez, who is a friend of ours, says, love to see you represent. He has he's a doctor, Dr. Michael Rodriguez, and he has a practice in Long Island, and he does this beautiful thing called Master Elf, where he gives to children at Christmas time. He delivers gifts as the Master Elf. He's a beautiful guy. So he said, love to see you represent. So that's beautiful. And so go ahead, keep going. I love it. Now, you know what I just thought, you know what? J-Lo, if you're listening, you are always talking Boricua. Let's represent. J-Lo needs to wear some of these pieces. I mean,
We're
Jay,
hoping.
Yeah, we're
right?
hoping.
We're hoping it gets
We're
to. I mean, that to me is like
That'd be a
where we want to
dream.
see it go.
It's
Well, not just her specifically. It's
No,
just,
but I mean,
again, like, this is
imagine.
not like
but wait a minute, wait. Also, but it's all right. But I'm making cultural pieces. Yes, it's starting off with that. But I'm also making you being Italian.
oh,
Billy is listening to this. So Billy actually asked me to make a custom piece for him.
Wow.
So Billy asked me to make a piece for him. He says my husband is Italian and I am Jewish. He said, "Can you make?" Because I made this for the Italian Puerto Rican. I made the coquille wrapped around. I haven't put it out yet, so it's coming soon. I put the coquille, a real small coquille, wrapped around the Italian horn because my goddaughter is Italian and Puerto Rican.
I love that.
I know. We have to put it. I know.
So we have to. This is coming out. This is like.
Wait, you know who else
Actually,
is?
a new announcement.
Adrian Christian, who is Mr. February, I believe, is Italian and Puerto Rican.
There you go.
Yeah, it came.
That's one of our announcements. Yeah, so we have that, but then Billy's seen that and he goes, "Won't you make one with the Jewish star, the Italian horn and the Jewish star?" So I custom. He made it. I'm making it for him. I'm getting the mold, make it, and so that will be on for sale. Thank you, Billy, for the idea.
I think that'll be.
Yeah. So it's gonna go
know?
like everywhere. I just want to be like make it very like it's not just to be Puerto Rican. I want it to be just a very a little bit of everything, but starting very in the Latin direction.
Yes, and Yvonne Heredia says, "That's awesome. Congratulations, Peter. Many blessings." So
thank you, Yvonne.
Yes,
Yvonne
so
from Chicago.
Now let me see. Rosie said something about after the rain, you could hear the coquilles.
They're so loud
they're
after
really
the
loud
rain.
after
Like
the rain.
it is. It's just like they're hiding, during the day, especially they're just hiding because it's hot. And once the nighttime goes down, it feels like it gets cooler, so everything gets dewy. And after the rain, she's absolutely right. They're so loud, and it's so funny because you can't find them because they're the size of my pinky nail.
Yeah, they're really.
They're really
they're really small.
They're
they're
teeny,
really
teeny.
small.
It's very rare you even see them. They're so loud.
Wow.
It's pretty magical.
I love that. And everything, like you said, things are specific to certain lands. Like with the Italians, the reason they have that little pepper is because we're known for the hot peppers, right?
Right.
And so you're right. It just evokes a memory. Like
it hits. And like when I wear it sometimes, I went to Krispy Kreme a while ago. I think the lady was talking to the guy saying like, you're not Puerto Rican enough. And I walk in and I have my thing showing, and she goes, "You see, he's rocking the coquille. He's Puerto Rican. I can tell you that dude right there is Puerto Rican." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. This is the coquille." So it was like, and she was kind of scolding him. You need to be Puerto Rican. You ain't Puerto Rican.
Oh, I love that.
But but for someone to recognize it, like it was just like that. The conversation was A and B.
Now, Peter, how did you start making jewelry? How did you learn that skill?
Well, no, I don't physically make it with my hands. I have
but I mean, how did you know to design that?
Well, I've seen a lot of I've seen how it's done. I've worked in the industry 30 years, and I'm a big. I stick my nose in every aspect of the business. From creating it to like why I'm creating it for the company, which I still work for. I'm employed by the way. But no, I just seen every aspect of this company from sitting with a diamond cutter, showing me how he cut diamonds, from going to the gold refinery and seeing how they take all the gold and refinance it and so I know how that part of the business. Then you figure out, hey, this person knows how to make a mold. So if I give him a picture like this and say, hey, I want a picture like this. I say, can you make me a design like this? And I want a mother pearl.
Right.
I want a mother pearl inside. He goes, yes, they'll do an animated drawing for me. So the concept is me. The workload is outsourced like everything else. And then he creates my idea.
Oh, I
love
that.
It definitely was like Peter, like that one specifically has we played around it so many times. And again, Peter being in the industry for so long, there was a lot of tweaking that went on, like a lot of back and forth. Like we had these hoops, and I learned. I don't. This is not my field. Like I don't know it, so I would throw out an idea, and he's like, "Well, that really is not going to fit that way, or we have to do this." Or I go, "What is this piece called?" Because I don't know what it's called. So that's really been fascinating for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been with him just as long as he's been in that business.
Exactly.
But I didn't even know nearly as much as he does.
Now, by the way, you guys have been married, what, 26 years?
So
we've been together.
We've been together almost 30.
Yeah, 30.
Wow.
30. Yeah, 30
years.
And you just had a couple of years ago, you renewed your vows in Puerto Rico, right?
Oh, no, we actually
got married.
Oh, how cool!
Yeah, we were never married.
We were never married.
So you were living in sin. I love that.
Living in sin.
How else? I mean,
for
like
how else 22 years.
I love that.
Like I lost a bet. She told me. She gave you better not wait 20 years. One of her cousins got married 20 years in a relationship. She goes, don't beat her.
No,
oh my God, we beat her like that for years.
I love it. Well,
those are timing.
So you've been together almost 30 years. Though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
We don't even know the dates. Like this anniversary, we were actually we were sitting on the couch and
we forgot.
And we're like, I thought about it the other day. I'm like, is our anniversary? I just thought about it. And then she goes, is our anniversary today?
We forgot our anniversary.
I go, you know what? Yeah, it's the anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Well, you know what it is when you're with someone for so long. We have one anniversary, the day that we met.
Right.
That's the one that sticks in my head.
Yeah.
But then, then we had a new anniversary. We're like, I don't remember that. I don't know. We did. We sat here and we were like, we knew because we looked at Facebook.
I know,
like,
it's like it's everything. Listen, I get it. I don't need a reason to get us something or buy something. We do things backwards.
You love each other, and look at that.
All.
And look at that beautiful kitchen that Joe Cangelosi designs. Our friend.
I bumped into Joe. I was with my godfather on Saturday to go see some comedian.
Matt
Rife. And I'm setting a line, and Joe goes, Peter. I go, Joe, what the hell are you doing here? He goes, we got tickets for us.
I love it.
Cabinets. How dare you?
Yeah.
Well, listen.
Let's open up a few cabinets.
Oh my God, Steve Veradium, we love you too. Steve heard him. I always thank you. I always stumble.
It took me like 10 years to pronounce it right.
But we love Steve so much.
We do.
So he says we love you too, and he knows jewelry. He's a jewelry
guy.
That's how he got into it.
That's how I got into the business.
Yeah, he knows his jewelry, so we love Steve.
Steve got me into the business, and if anyone needs anything antique,
he's the guy.
He's the guy to go to.
He's the guy.
My ring is from him.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So can we plug Steve? What's the name of the place that he works?
Steve Hardemian Antique.
There you go, Steve Hardemian.
Yeah, Steve Hardemian Antique Jeweler. What is it, right?
Yeah, antique. Yeah, antique jeweler.
Yeah, Steve, you can type
asking us, we don't know our anniversary.
I love that.
We don't know our anniversary. I remember.
Now listen, we have to do. Believe it or not, we always have a food section of our show, but this week. I did not cook because my apartment is being painted. So Leo Rodriguez, our accident little stage manager, cooked the last 3 weeks in a row. So big round of applause for Leo. Oh my God, our Latin representative. So Leo, oh my God.
Don't say
tell everybody what it is, Leo. So the name of this section of our show is Go Ahead, Keep Eating.
I love it.
Leo, tell everybody what you put in there. Where did he go? Leo. I think we can't hear. Chicken, potatoes.
We have a crock pot masterpiece.
Yes.
Because I am a working girl. I got to get up in the morning, put on my heels, and get out the door.
That's right.
So I threw in some chicken legs, and I threw in a can of cream of mushroom soup, some potatoes, some spices that include salt, pepper, and some other things I ain't gonna tell you because
it looks delicious. Leo's a great cook. Leo is a great cook.
And by the time I usually have finished my meals when I cook them, by the time we get to this section, so
He's usually
I'm
eating them.
proud of me.
Yes, he didn't eat it this
But
time.
I will be off camera shortly.
So Rachel Kaufman has also joined us. Sandra Ricardo has joined us. Let me see who else. So we want to recap. If you joined us late, this is Elaine and Peter Feliciano. They're my beautiful friends who I've known for a long, long, long time.
God,
They
forever.
they're also incredibly talented, and they have a company called Peter Feliciano Jewelry LLC. Fine jewelry.
Fine jewelry.
So you go and check out their Facebook page. That's their Facebook page. It's Peter Feliciano Fine Jewelry. And also you go to Etsy. You're going to go to pfeliciano.com, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they can just go to
jewelry.
the Facebook page or to the Instagram page. The link,
It's all there.
The link's all there.
It's all there. So
Yeah.
you'll find it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so go and check it out. There's a lot of beautiful pieces. A lot of it was inspired by Puerto Rico, which they are both of Puerto Rican descent. By the way, in our calendar, thank you, Leo. In our calendars over the years, our Puerto Rican representatives have been the hottest. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we had the Felicianos.
Jeez, that picture was like,
that was great. Then we had, I know. Then we had Manuel Soto. Remember, Manny Soto last year was Mr. February. Justin Gregory Lopez was Mr. July last year. Both Puerto Rican. We had look at Manny last year, Puerto Rican.
Oh, that's right. I remember Manny.
I know. Remember Manny? Then we had Justin Gregory Lopez.
I wanted to see buns, but nobody wanted to see my buns.
No, I don't. Look at Justin. Look how cute, and he with Puerto Rico in the background.
Okay.
But I do have a question, Peter. I still want to know how you held the tape up. I want to know how the apron stays up in that.
No, it was magic.
Puerto Rican magic.
Puerto Rican magic.
Oh my God!
It's better.
Leo is fanning himself. Oh my God!
Andale.
All right, we have about 6 minutes left. Let's put those cookies. Let's put that jewelry, a picture of that jewelry back up.
Okay. Oh, wait.
No, not that.
Okay.
Not that jewelry. The fine jewelry. The fine jewelry.
Hey.
Leo, girl.
That's so fine jewelry.
Get it together, Leo.
Dominic is proud of me right now.
All right.
Maria
I love this ring.
and Leo.
Yes.
We would like to send you guys one of our pieces.
For sure.
Wow.
Just one each. Actually, I want to send you 3, Maria. So the third one you could give away to any of your listeners or your followers. So I'll send you 3.
Wow.
So you could give one to your followers and one for you and one for Leah. Thank you guys for putting this together.
My God, that's so beautiful.
That's a.
I will. We'll contact.
Look
I have my people call your people. And
I love that. Look at this beautiful model. Look at
that beautiful model.
That is Elaine. Let me tell you, you're both surrounded by the most beautiful people, and also your daughter Brooklyn Rose, so cute.
Oh gosh,
she said best parents ever. By the way, how sweet is that? Look at that.
No, she's.
Oh, that's our ring.
Yeah.
It's a good ring.
Yeah, that's a beautiful ring. I love this. All right, so we're sending out to the universe. Everybody, go and check out these beautiful designs. Whether you.
Oh, Lisa, her sister. She is my best
supporter.
Client. My biggest. She has like
Almost
8, 9, 10 of my pieces.
She's got everything.
Oh my God, Peter is like Oprah. You get a piece, and you get a piece, and you get a piece.
Thank you.
I love that.
Wait. We have.
So we have it. We were trying to figure out how to do this and when we were going to decide to make this announcement. And
yes,
you guys
please.
just popping in decided that it's just a perfect place for us to do it.
Okay.
Especially because you guys are friends, so this just seemed right for us to do. So in the whole artistic realm, we were talking about, we're going from Cheetah. This is going to be such a leap. We're going to Bad Bunny.
Ooh.
So Peter and I, Peter Feliciano Jewelry, are going to be just raffling off 2 tickets for a suite in Philly, a private suite in Philly. To see Bad Bunny. Another Puerto Rican who's been changing the game, who has made us also super proud all over the globe. So we're super proud of him too.
We bought a suite. Family and friends are coming, and we bought 2 extra tickets to make sure that we're going to gift away to one of our buyers. It's coming. We'll drop it. We'll just follow us if you want to know any more about it. But we're going to give away 2 tickets that value probably $1,000 each for the private suite, fully loaded, to see Bad Bunny, and all that information will be on the website you guys follow. Especially I'm telling your viewers first. Nobody knows about this yet. You guys are the first guys to know about it.
So it's going to be fun. It's going to be
all the
Puerto Rican
stuff.
spectacular.
It's going to be like Puerto Rican overload.
Oh my God, I love that. That is fantastic.
That's not a bad overload.
Let me tell you something. No, the doorman at Brandy's, his name is Will. He's Puerto Rican. His favorite person on the planet Earth is Bad Bunny. And
he needs to get in there.
He needs to get in there.
Yeah, he needs to get in there. He's gonna freak
all you got to do is buy one of our pieces.
One piece gets you in.
So if only one person buys it, guess what? You got 2 VIP tickets to go see Bad Bunny.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Wow.
So go to
you could be number 1, you could be number 10. And 1 out of 10 ain't bad either.
No, I love that.
The odds are going to be in your favor for a value of $2,000.
So we're going to drop the details tomorrow.
We're going to drop the details Sunday.
We'll drop the details Sunday with when it's going to start, all the time, how long the raffle's going to run.
Super Bowl Sunday.
All the rules and all that good stuff.
So
it's Super Bowl Sunday this Sunday. So I love.
Keep an eye out. Keep an eye on the Instagram and TikTok and Facebook for all the details surrounding that. We're super excited that we were able to pull this off.
I love it.
We're taking more chances on ourselves.
Taking more chances, you got to
do it, right?
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of guts. I really admire you. No, because most people don't even try.
We did it for a long time.
We did it for a long time. We did it for such a long time. I had my best friend's son. Yeah. My best friend's son. EJ. Literally, his name EJ. I love it. He moved to Vegas, Las Vegas. He just literally in my face was like, you know what? What are you afraid of? I said, you know what? What are you afraid? Like you're afraid of not. What are you doing? He goes, you keep talking about this for years. Yeah, this little kid, I was like, I want to smack you, but you're right.
Wow.
So he really pushed us. Yeah, and our family and everybody who's on here just supporting us this whole time.
That's beautiful.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we do is I always like to end the show, because this is a show about creative people. And I like to end the show with you leaving people that are listening with some words of inspiration. Although this whole podcast tonight has been inspiring, because you took a leap of faith, you started something, you saw something, you had a vision, you followed through. You both come from different backgrounds, one retail, one jewelry, and you put your heads together. Your kids are part of it. It's a family business. I love this. But what would you leave people that are maybe struggling creatively? What was some words of inspiration?
For me, one thing that worked a lot was writing it down. Write out whatever the idea is. I had a young girl who was in my life a while ago, and she was a writer. I was writing for a while, and she was just like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, well, then write about it. That was my teacher in high school. He was one of my favorite English teachers, and we struggled. I was like, I don't know what to write about. And he was like, write about that. And so whenever I struggled, it's like, we do it now. He has an idea comes out of his head. I go, write it down. Like, write it down. Like, whatever it is, you have to, if you're drawing or you're an artist or a singer or whatever it is, like, just write it down, because it's gonna get lost. And there's something that drove that passion for you to even come into your head. Just write it and just go back to it. It may not be with the one that hits, but it's there and it's tangible when you write it down.
Wow, I love that. That's a great like a practical thing to do, and I love that. So, Peter, what do you think?
Oh, just don't be afraid to fail.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I mean, because you thinking you're gonna fail, you probably could succeed. It's you don't be afraid, and you could read it everywhere online. And so some of these big from Apple and all these big guys, they failed numerous of times. They failed. They didn't fail once. They failed a lot of times. Don't give up. And it can happen now, it can happen later, but you could put it on the back burner only for so long. Don't give up.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Maria, so much.
Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you, Leo.
And do me a favor, everybody that listens to the show and watches the show, please reach out to your Puerto Rican friends and tell them you're not going to believe this really cool stuff. And you don't have to be Puerto Rican to love it.
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
But celebrate the Felicianos because we love them. They're our friends, and they're two of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet. And they happen to be talented, and we love them. So thank you for joining
Thank you
us.
guys so much. Thank you.
And we love you. And hey, listen, keep us posted. Anything you want to, anything you want to send us, we'll put it on our wall. I promise. Okay.
Yes. Okay. No. We'll.
Send us everything. We'll put it on our wall.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody who joined in. Thank you.
Thank you guys for taking the time out.
Of course, and we love
Stay
you. We
tuned
love the
to
Felicianos.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Pleasure to
Bye.
see you guys again.